Greetings and salutations. It is apropos that we bring to you at this time of our history the covenant of the ark. We tell you first that Bible is allegory, metaphor, and simile. It cannot be taken literally. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself, the master blaster jamming. I am the Rastafari Imanai. Rastafari, Jah said, it won't be water save fire this time. Moses realized he had overstanding. He was chosen. He went into the heights, mountain of Jah, Sinai or Horeb. The bush was Israel. The flame was Egypt. Once Moses saw the bush, it was ablaze, showing that Israel was enslaved, but the bush was not consumed by the fire. It is written, the whole of Israel cried out unto the Lord, and Jah heard them, and remembered the covenant. Moses represents the spiritualized mind. He slew the Egyptian, which means that he conquered a black and destructive part of his mind and did not permit it to be alive. On the common level, he killed that white man who was beating up on that brother when he saw Babylon was not looking. Save in this hour, in the fire this time, as Jah say, it won't be water but fire. The bush is burning and is consumed, i.e. will be consumed or is being consumed. All the slaves, like the Israelites, did not cry out in unison. Today there is no unity. The water, like in the day of Noah, as he represents the few chosen, i.e. ice and water, will come to put out this fire of Babylon, USA, who has set the whole of the world on fire, lusting and fornicating after and with the whore. The pole shift will put out the fire. The earth will be made anew by water and ice. This is to say, the floods of Noah. Water represents the emotional nature, which is never still. Also the life force, or the water of life. And the 23rd Psalm says, he leadeth me beside the still waters. He instills in me that peace that passes all understanding, so that my emotional nature does not disturb me. You see, one is on fire when one's emotional nature does disturb him. Therefore, this is the state of the world today. Crank that soldier boy, dirty wine, dropping that butt like Sodom and Gomorrah, the old Babylon. So Jah say, I will destroy not with water, but fire this time. In this case, can you see the esoteric and the visible level, as the fire and water cannot be separated? They are thus the same. That is to say, if the water spoken of is not still, it causes fire, and the world is consumed. This fire is, or this friction is invisible. It is not seen, but it is there. And it is it that causes the water to flow and flood. One who has been drawn out of water, as Moses was, and it was the meaning of his name, has no fear of fire. She named him Moses. It means, I drew him out of water. This means then, one whose emotions does not control, ones who have been drawn out of water as Moses have no fear of fire. Many were cast upon the water, but few were the chosen and elect. These chosen and elect are the true Rastafari. These are ones knowing the inner meaning of things arcane. They do not take things as they are. They see the light in the middle of the darkness and complain not. Truth is for all to see who will. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself, Master Blaster jamming. Let us look at the esoteric or hidden meaning of the word staff. Usually represents the spinal cord, which when activated with the ascending life force may bud, as did the rod of Aaron at the top or head. It is this that we lean on when we say, "Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort I," in the 23rd Psalm. This is the same rod Moses used to part the sea that the children of Israel go home. We must now look at the hidden meaning of the word stone. The white stone spoken of in Bible refers esoterically to the regenerated pineal gland, which becomes so when the raised spirit fire cements the sand-like particles of this gland into a stone. This is the stone on which the church of Jah is built, the regenerated man. Christ is referred to as the stone, which is the head of, or the capstone of the pyramid, which is used to represent the completed spiritual building, and which cannot be complete until the Christ is in place at the top. Please note the pyramid on our $1 bill as the symbolism of a nation not yet complete, or of a nation not based nor built upon the principles of truth or Christ. Now we must go to the word sound, as it has much power. Sound is vibration, and we are particularly impressed that Christ will come with a shout. Remember the story of Joshua, i.e. Yahshua, or vibration? This vibration has power, and it was a word that spoke the universe into being. The vibration with which the Christ will come will take those who are prepared out of their physical bodies into the spiritual body, which the pioneers have prepared. Stevie Wonder said from the album Hotter in July in the song Master Blaster Jammin', "We're in the middle of the makings of the Master Blaster Jammin', 1980, just as Noah prepared his ark," same meaning, when the floods came. Thus everything is created by sound vibration. Lastly here, let us look at Yahshua, the leader who took the place of Moses after his death. Esoterically, Yahshua represents a newer consciousness based upon the Spirit's previous experiences. Moses, great that he was, that state of consciousness, must in time be superseded by a latter consciousness based upon more experience. Remember, these stories are of me and you, the whole of creation in search of reunion with Jah. By the light of the elders who are, that is, built the great stone, Ital Iman, I am showing you how to read between the lines. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself, Master Blaster Jammin'. The crossing of the Jordan, the river of life, the occupation of the promised land tell the story of this newer consciousness taking us to a newer and higher conception of life, this time called Master Blaster Jammin'. Note, Noah was 600 years and some days, but the floods did come. Noah represents those pioneers who have built the spiritual vehicle in which we shall function in the future, and which will rise above the flood waters of lower emotionalism and rest upon the high flood waters of lower emotionalism and rest upon the high spiritual consciousness of Mount Ararat, or that we shall dwell in the future on a high plane of thought. His age, when the floods came, was the key to the end of creation, the 6,000 years written from the pyramids. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself, Master Blaster jamming. Peace.